Welcome to the TechnoGals podcast. Let's get started.
I'm doing it.
I know we had a conversation on maybe the finger guns have lived out its time on the podcast, but I think they're still here. I'm feeling like they still have a place.
I mean, if it's your calling, you do it. I just don't know that I feel the same way about it.
Yeah, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not my jam,
it's in
but
my
I love it
soul,
for you.
finger guns. Thank you. So it's been a little while since we filmed a podcast. What the heck's been going on?
I think that's actually a really good question. So we haven't recorded since April when we hosted our last guest.
Quantum
And
Bloom.
yeah,
Shout out.
Quantum Bloom, yep, doing great things for supporting our early women in tech, giving them a support system to be successful in their careers. What happened?
Well, we rebranded
Yes.
while working full-time jobs. That was an experience. A lot of late nights and weekends. I'm no longer with Flint Hills Resources. So that's a big change.
Yeah, so we're super fortunate that you get the time to dedicate to TechnoGals and
I
our
know.
rebrand and our pivot and where we're going today.
That's so super exciting. We changed kind of direction of what we wanted to kind of offer the community, and I think we'll talk a little bit about that. That's a lot.
Yeah. So let's talk about our logo first.
Okay.
You are the brainchild behind our logo.
Yeah.
It's not really, I don't know, maybe that's what you're supposed to say. I don't think it's brainchild. You're maybe just the
Brainchild.
brain. You're the
I'm a
brain behind our logo.
brain woman. I'm also known as
We
child.
definitely didn't love our original logo. And we were like, hey, this just gets by because you know this, I did post about this on LinkedIn. I never think we should have to have perfection before we get started. So it's just like, let's just get going. We'll iterate.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect. We will continue to morph and evolve as we need to based upon like wherever we feel we want to go.
It served a purpose.
Yes, it served its purpose to get us started. And then as we moved into our persona of the brand more and more. We wanted to have some sort of representation that wasn't the embodiment of how we feel we are, but also is like something that it was on swag or is on a business card. You feel like that looks fucking awesome.
Mhm.
And so like, how did you come up with this?
Oh my gosh, I think, like, you and I were talking about, is there some sort of, like, does TechnoGals have, like, a spirit animal or something? Like, is there some sort of, like, icon or image that, you can just look at it and be like, "Oh, yeah, that's the TechnoGals." And so we were, like, experimenting with some crazy foxes.
Because foxes are clever and we think we're clever and they're also
So clever.
sly and quick. But I have an adverse reaction to foxes. Even though I think that they're
Oh, yeah.
amazing creatures, they have eaten quite a few of my free range chickens. And so like I didn't really want to look at my logo every day and think of my chickens that have unfortunately been
Yeah.
sacrificed.
You have some PTSD with foxes going on right now, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
What was some of the other ones? A phoenix, we tried to make something work there. I think there was a couple other animals, but somehow along the string of all of these spirit animals came, like, honey badgers. Those things are fucking cool. And not only are they cool, but, like, how do we make it a little bit more feminine? And then so we experimented with the crown and all of that good stuff, and so we came out with this, like, I look angry, but I'm not really angry, I'm just fierce, but also I'm a queen, so
Yeah. But I
honey
don't know
badger.
that you actually knew this, but for a long time, like a decade plus now, honey badgers, everyone's always like, "What's your spirit animal?" I'm like, "Honey badger." And I don't know that
You
you
have
knew
said
that.
that?
Yes. So for you can ask any
Oh, I
of my
didn't know that.
friends that have known me for a long time, and they will say the honey badger is my spirit animal.
Okay,
And yeah, so when you were I was like, "Oh my god, this is perfect. Why
full
didn't I think of
circle,
the honey badger?"
full circle moment. This
Yeah,
is like
but
our
I love honey
connection.
badgers because they can literally get, like, bitten by venomous snakes. They take a little nap, and they're like, "Psh,
I'm
who are
fine.
you? Like, you think that is gonna hurt me? Nah." And they just
Right.
keep going about their day.
That's what TechnoGals is about. Get
Yeah.
we get bit, theoretically, what's the word?
You feel a barrier, and you're like, "Oh, you
Yes.
think that's gonna stop me? Nah, I'm gonna be a honey badger, and I'm gonna climb my way out of this trap."
Yeah. I think the other thing that stands out for me is, remember when there was that really popular meme about, like, honey
Yes.
badger don't give
Don't
no
care.
shit?
Yeah.
Like, that's also pretty cool, like, I can be associated with that.
Yeah. They pick fights where they shouldn't though, and that's probably a negative thing, like, they go into, like, little beehives and, like, bat the bees
Yeah.
around and, like, But
Start
again,
a
like,
whole
honey badger don't
controversy.
care. He's like, "I need some honey today. I'm a little bit famished, so help me out here, bros."
But we're also nice too.
That's why we got the crown.
Yeah. Yeah. So it worked out that way. Picked some new colors. Just wanted to make it a little bit more fun. Got business cards. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we doing now?
Okay. So we have made a slight pivot and we are now offering websites to micro and small businesses. One thing that Alicia and I kind of realized as we started to network with other women in tech or people starting side hustles or just networking events at, business centers, we were getting feedback that people just need help with the tech side. They're busy running their business. They probably aren't ready to scale to like the full service design agency. And so like there's this like middle ground of like you don't need to necessarily go from 0 to 100, but they need to build their digital presence. They need to look more credible online. They need to be found online. And so that's really where we found some passion like, well, hey, this is something we absolutely could do. And we can kind of remove some of those barriers for small businesses. And so we just launched, like made the official announcement this earlier this week. And we're already starting to get inquiries and clients and some SOWs. And so that's been really cool to see of like, hey, okay, we're hearing this need, we were seeing the signals, but was it actually going to turn into anything? And it is. So that's really positive.
I think this is so cool. I love it because when we think about how where TechnoGals originally started, we wanted to empower women and empower anyone really to feel like that to own their space, bring your
Yeah.
authentic self to the spaces where you want to be. And this is that gap where it's like, hey, I could build my own website, sure, if I don't know much about tech. It's probably going to take me 10, 15, 20 hours, maybe. What's a domain? How do I find it? How do I plug it in? Now I've got to connect it to Google. I got to do all these different things for it. And the amount of time and energy and rabbit holes you're going to go down when you don't have that foundation of knowledge is, I should say, exponential rabbit
Yes.
hole. And versus run your business. Your job is to get new business in the door. Outsource the stuff that is going to take you way more time to do versus like you going and growing your business. And that's how you buy back your time, right?
Right. Yeah. And I think like the buy back your time piece is really important. I don't know if you read it. I obviously read it. Dan Martell wrote a book called Buy Back Your Time. And it's all about like incrementally as you grow, you should be buying back your time. You should be investing in things that you are really, really good at, things that you're going to make money in, and outsource or buy back your time to services that you shouldn't be spending that time in. Find the expert that can do it cheaper, better, faster for you and you focus on growing your business. And so I thought that was just like a really big theme of when we were thinking through this of like, what are some of those things that we try to outsource because we're really passionate about this? Okay, well, there's other folks doing that same kind of problem solving of what can they outsource so they can focus on running their business.
Yeah. So if we think about our ideal customer, it's someone that is maybe a small consulting firm, maybe an HR consulting firm or something of that nature. Maybe you're a fashion boutique owner. Maybe you have a vet clinic that's smaller. Maybe you're a chiropractor. And again, like your expertise is not in tech.
Yeah.
So anyone that where their expertise is not in tech, but they want to kind of establish and continue growing their digital presence is definitely a good customer for us.
Yeah, and, you know, I don't remember the exact stat, but it's something like 75% of customers research the business or service online before they actually make a purchase. So by you not even having a digital presence out there, you're invisible. You're already not even a part of this race that you think that you're in or a part of this game. And then I think it's like 30% of shoppers, if a business does not have a website, they deem it not credible and they actually don't move forward with making a purchase or, going through with any sort of services. So it's no longer like, I'm plenty busy, word of mouth and things like that. As the digital kind of ecosystem and how services are being offered evolves, it's more important than ever to have that digital footprint out there because you will eventually, it won't be by word of mouth too much longer, in
Right. And
my
I think that
opinion.
makes sense though, because people get scammed so frequently that
Yeah.
if they can't see some Google reviews, if they can't do independent validation that they feel confident to send you some form of payment or to drive by your business, whatever it may be, then like that's you're just going to lose business. And
Yep.
a lot of folks start with a Facebook profile page or an Instagram page, and maybe they're
Mhm.
ready for that next level of digital presence out there. And like this is a great stepping stone because it's an affordable website. The whole purpose of our price point even is that we want people to not have to um, have this huge tech debt to get started in their business and to go to that next level. So we kind of consider ourselves like the permission to start small. And here's your next step. And once you've kind of grown this space, grown out of this space, and you have the cash flow and the revenue flow for your next level, probably a full blown agency is your next move. But this gets
Yeah.
you kind of into that tier to get you out there and to get you going and hopefully
Yep.
growth.
Yeah, and we can even help recommend and refer you to those agencies. We don't want to make it sound like the agencies are the bad guys. They're absolutely not. There's just the right type of audience and customer segment along each part of the journey. We're trying to fill this space and we think we're going to be really really great at that. But the full design agencies they absolutely have a place in the market, and that is such a great problem to have, that you've outgrown the TechnoGals kind of website and digital presence that we built for you, because your revenue is growing, your customer base is growing, so you do need that bigger space. That's awesome. Like, what a great
That's a good
win.
win-win for everybody.
Yeah, yeah, so cool.
So you put out a LinkedIn post here, I think it was this week, where you were talking about how since you've left, like everyone battles imposter syndrome in some
Yeah,
ways at some point in time in their career. Am I in the right role? Am I doing the right thing? Making an impact? This other person knows more than me. What the heck am I here for? Those
yeah.
types of things. And but you kind of posted this week that your imposter syndrome is actually maybe worse now than it was when you were working in like a corporate environment. So let's like
All-time
dive into
high.
that because you and I feel very differently about this.
Yeah, it is like it's very weird. I put this in the post, but in corporate, especially a female in tech, you're in a male dominated space. I also don't have a formal degree, so all of my training is just kind of on the job, hands on experience, usually like an age and experience gap with my peers and colleagues. And so imposter syndrome was always there, but I was always kind of aware of it. Sure, sometimes it would get a little like, ugh, you have some pretty big self doubt, but I could usually check myself pretty quickly. I was really, like, confident in what I brought to the table. This is just, like, so different because going out, like, starting your own business, learning new things and just all the things that come with it, it's also kinda scary too, and so the imposter syndrome for me now is just like, whoa, like, do you even know what the heck you're doing? Like, legitimately, like, is this something like, you got this? Are you sure you got this? And I constantly go from like hyping myself up and then swinging the other way, like, wait, is this the right thing? No, yes, it is the right thing. I'm hyping myself back up again. And you've been really awesome and super supportive too. So that's been helpful. But it's just a different thing when you're out on your own and trying to build something, especially that you're so passionate about and you want it to do well. Yeah, it's scary. It's scary.
Yeah, for sure. But like you kinda you're like, this is a stepping stone for us. And then it's like,
Yeah.
I'm always like, dude, like you're going and running a business full time. And how many people do not take that first step because they have the FUD, the fear and uncertainty and doubt. And you
Yeah.
stare the FUD in the face and you're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And that's how, like that's
Yeah.
why I'm like, I don't know, like, why you're feeling this, like I mean, I understand why, because it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
scary situation to live in, and the
Yeah.
pendulum is very real. But I feel exact when we talk about the business and you're texting me, like, the random wins you're having for the day or whatever progress you're
Yeah.
see happening in the momentum, I'm like, "Go get it." Like, it's awesome, and I'm just like, I don't know. So I don't see it as much because I just feel like you're doing something super cool and living out
Yeah.
the dream you've had.
Humans are weird. Like, we tend to, unfortunately, self-sabotage way more than we should, and I think that's just the constant struggle of being honest with yourself, having humility, knowing that, like, this is the first time we're gonna make mistakes, there's gonna be bumps, but also, this is really fucking cool, and we should be really, really proud. So, you actually bring up a really good point. So, I am no longer at Flint Hills, and I'm spending the majority of my time on TechnoGals. What are you doing?
So I'm still at AWS and I'll be here for the foreseeable future as long as they'll, have me. So you and I meet briefly on my off hours just to discuss like what you're trying to build, where you're trying to go. I've obviously been associated with the TechnoGals brand. I'm a face of the brand for a long time now, but you are definitely 100% the day-to-day operations of TechnoGals. And I'm kind of in the background rooting you on and cheerleading you as much as I can.
I love it. I'm here for it. I need it.
And then the random text of the win so that we can both, appreciate the
Yes.
momentum you have. So it's super cool.
Yes.
No, I'm still at AWS. I still lead a team, a growing team. We're doing really cool shit in the market. So I enjoy what I do at AWS.
Yay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna cheerlead you from the
Yeah,
sidelines. I've never been a
same.
cheerleader, but I'll try it.
Okay, now's the time. I believe in you.
I think I'm, like, past my prime, and I'll probably get injured if I do too many, like, things, but we'll give it a try.
No tumbles. Isn't that what
Yeah.
they call when they do flips and stuff? I don't
Oh,
know.
I don't know, actually. That's how little I know,
Yeah.
but
But I mean, that's a lot that's changed since last April.
yes, it's a very
Holy shit.
significant change.
And
But let's go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, since last April oh, I just forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, dang it. I hate it when that
Oops.
happens.
It's
That's okay.
gone.
It'll
It's
come back,
gone.
maybe. Well, let's talk about 2 more things here. One is, where do we see what is TechnoGals gonna do next? And then how do people help us?
Okay. I'll start with how do people help us, and I'll let you take the maybe what's on the horizon. So, how do people help us? Just even just like supporting the content that we put out on LinkedIn or Facebook and Instagram. We're trying to do a better job about showcasing some of the work that we're doing, but it's referrals. It's if you have friends or colleagues that have a side hustles, mentioning our name when we're not in the room, any little bit of that helps. And we've just really appreciated the support that we've had so far from the community. It's been really, really awesome.
We also have swag now. Go to
We
our
do have
website, check out our swag. Tracy did an awesome job creating it, and I
yeah.
freaking love the cropped hoodie, and it's on its way to my door.
I think my hat arrives today. So we have a trucker hat. And if the snowstorm doesn't totally fuck up all the deliveries, I will be in a TechnoGals trucker hat by this afternoon.
By end
That's
of
the
the day.
goal.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so where do we see this growing? We obviously still love tech, and part of our tech is trying to or part of our passions is demystifying tech and making it more approachable to the average day person. AI is obviously here. AI is growing, AI is gaining more momentum, usability, people adopting it. But what I don't want to happen as an endorser of AI, especially, is that the smaller micro and small businesses get left behind in the AI adoption race. So I hope with time, we'll start to develop some AI productivity that smaller micro companies can benefit from. Whether this is training a model based upon their business and allowing that to then send them maybe like 5 social media ideas for the week, or whether it's helping them with some workflows so that
Yep.
can again focus on driving your business and allow tech to do the thing that tech does well. And you can go grow your business and grow. I think I already said that. Grow your business.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's so much potential and we've already been getting questions in that space just like how do you guys use it? What type of automation are you building into your kind of like operations and all of those things and so that's definitely something that we want to focus on in the future. We know that there's a need and hopefully we can kind of help service that
Yeah.
to the small
Hey,
business.
with AI, I think that's where we see also like it's even more important to have a digital presence now because LLM search optimization
Yep.
is going to become more prominent as opposed to traditional Google search engine optimization. It's still there, but we are seeing this like early emerge to more. You probably see this now if anyone's gone out to ChatGPT, which I call Jipit, or Claude, or your favorite model, whatever it is you want, and you start to see it embedding websites that are opportunities for you to go and click and learn more
Yeah.
about where the LLM got the information from. That embedding that's happening is where we wanna see more small businesses be inputted into the model so that they have the opportunity to get the click through and hopefully capture some of that business as well.
Yeah, I mean, just think about like people are leveraging ChatGPT or whatever the model is to educate themselves. So if they're in their home and they're getting ready to cook family dinner and they see this digital error on their range, okay, well most people now they're going to ChatGPT and like typing in the error code and like what does this mean? Well, guess what? We want your business that maybe services appliances to pop up in those links and that's just another way that you become more visible, and so we're really excited about being able to do some of that stuff in the future because it's not going away, it's just getting more and more prevalent and trying to stay in front of it and not get left behind.
Yeah. So, the future is bright, as they say.
Yeah, lots of cool things.
Yes. Alright, anything else you wanna add?
I don't think so, I'm just so stinking excited and so I don't use this word often, but I really, like I feel, like, blessed, and I'm not like a very religious person, but this has just been so fun over the last 2 years, and I love that we don't let reinvention scare us. It actually accelerates and gives us even more passion into some of the things that we're doing with TechnoGals, so you're awesome. I couldn't have asked for a better co-founder, and we're super excited to show you guys what's next.
Yeah. Well, and I know I told you this the other day, but I'm going to put it out into the public ether. You're doing an awesome job. Women always need someone to tell them they're doing a great job and to continue building them up. But like, I've been super impressed with when you dive deep into specific topics. And sometimes I'm like, stop diving deep onto that, outsource it.
Buy back our time.
Yes. And so you definitely have like every single random blocker that's come at you as we've tried to rebrand or we hit this thing, whatever it may be, you're like, oh, I'm just going to spend the time to investigate and figure it out. And the next time you come across that blocker, it's like faster to solve and troubleshoot. And so you've done a phenomenal job. I've been impressed and it's been so crazy to see the text come through from you.
Yay, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's
Alright,
keep building.
yeah. So I know you haven't done this a while, but you know what your next line
Well,
is,
I'm
right?
supposed to say, cue the outro music.